So today's the day that we're gonna take the front bumper off of Vera and put the new bumper on. Now I've been messing about with that bumper these past few days and I've been trying to perfect the filler, but it just was not working because basically that filler that I used was quite old. It was from when I did the bodywork and I hadn't left the lid on it properly and it kind of just gone a bit minging. So I spent all day today basically reversing all the work that I'd done. I stripped all that filler off, which was a pain in the arse, and I've basically redone it. So I went and got some new filler, I've redone it and it's set beautifully. It does still need sanding down, but I'll do that in a bit. Now what I want to make my first priority is taking the front bumper off, which I'm not looking forward to. So this needs to come off today and I'm not looking forward to doing it because when I took the bumper off, the rear bumper off, the shocks, like the shock absorbers behind, were really rusted and they basically disintegrated when I taken it off. So this bumper is now literally held on by the tow bar and then two 10mm bolts. Like you can literally do that with it, which isn't great. The front's pretty much the same concept where it's two shocks just bolted on. There's the shock on the bumper and then there's just two bolts there holding it on, which is like a little panel. They don't look as bad as the ones on the rear. Luckily there's another one there. I'm a bit annoyed because I have 2 days off a week, yesterday and today, and I pissed around yesterday wasting my time on somebody that I shouldn't have wasted my fucking time on. So I've wasted a whole day and I'm running short of time today and it looks like it's going to rain. So I've spent the day so far pissing around sorting that bumper out and now I want to try and get this one off and it's 20 to 5, so still got a few hours before it gets dark, but the grind never stops. I'm going to crack the two shocks, well the bolts on the shocks, and then we'll see then if it slides off, if I need to take some bolts off here. The only thing is I just don't know how I'm going to get to them. I don't know if I have to take the arch liner off and whatnot. We'll just have to see. Gonna absolutely soak them bad boys in some WD Diesel because the last ones were that rusted that they just spun. So hopefully these ones aren't that bad. On the bright side, the car's that high up, I don't even need to jack it up. Oy oy. We love massive springs. We're going to play a quick game of guess the bolt size. I'm going to go with 14. It was a 16. Bruh, that was loose as fuck. That literally required 0 elbow grease. I am shooketh. Watch this. Hang on. No fucking problem, mate. Get that off, she says. Oh, easy as that. So that's them off. Now how the fuck does it come off? Does it just slide? Oh, yeah it does. Just slides off, guys, no problem. Hands down, the easiest bumper I've ever taken off in my life. Literally, 2 bolts on the shock. That's it. Slide it off. They're on like little sliders here. So you just slide it out of there. Done, mate. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you buy an old car. Old cars make everything so easy. If I tried to take the bumper off that thing, Jesus Christ, we'd be here all day. 4 bolts, bada boom, bada boom. We've hit a hurdle, ladies and gentlemen. So this under tray is connected to the bumper and then it's connected to the car. So I can't take the bumper off without taking this little tray off, which is annoying. That screw had already snapped. I've took this one out. This one's just rounded, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to chop it. I don't really need this anyway. I don't really give a shit about it. So I think I'm just going to chop this and then we can just pull it off. Right, now it's off, but now we need to get the crash bar off of this bumper and onto the new one, which is going to be not very fun because it's all held on with plastic clips. I'll be right back while I just go and kill myself. Also, what the fuck's happened here, but I'll just pretend like that's not there. So we've reached a dilemma. So basically the bash bar sits inside the bumper and then that's what bolts onto the car. The bash bar is held on with these tabs here basically. So it's held on with those tabs that is the top of the bumper and that's all along here. Now the bumper that we've got, the new one, doesn't have these tabs on, so there's no way that I can attach that bash bar to the bumper without drilling holes. So yeah, I can take the bash bar out and bolt it onto the car and then obviously the bolts just go straight onto the shock absorbers. But I don't really know how I'm going to get the bumper to then sit onto the car. Right, so taking the crash bar out of the old bumper, and I've managed to get it in here. Now I've got two options. So I can either drill holes, because obviously the bar's got holes here. I can drill holes and then, you know, get it together, but then obviously they're going to show on the top of the bumper. Or what we can do is there are these tabs, and it seems as though, I don't know if you can see, yeah, there's these tabs all along the top instead of those little, you know, the little panels with a hole in like the other one, and that crash bar slots perfectly into there. So I'm guessing this, I don't know, maybe it was just off an older model and maybe it was a bit different. Now the only problem we're having now is this. So obviously that's not sitting flush enough for me to get that to slot in. So what we're probably going to have to do is either try and see if we can bash that back or cut it off. The car's obviously had a little bit of a knock on the front, which makes sense because this side is the side where we had that hole there, so I'm guessing it's obviously just had a knock and it's bent that a bit. Those tabs are holding that bash bar in place, which is good. I need to decide what I'm doing, or maybe, if possible, maybe just get another bar from another car, go to like a scrappers or something, and then, you know, just put that new bar on. Right then, so we've had a bit of a mare. So there's no saving that bash bar. It's bent and then underneath it's cracked. So I'd rather just save the hassle of pissing around trying to straighten it out and actually make it useful. Then it'd just be quicker and easier to just go and get one from a breaker's yard, and I'd rather just do that. Tried to see if there are any 940s breaking around me, and there aren't. To be fair, there's one place I've always wanted to go, and that is Lakes Volvo on the A1. If you're into your Volvos, you will know this place. It's basically a massive breaker's yard. There's literally just full of old Volvos. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take a trip down there, which would be a good little video as well, because honestly it is sick. I'm going to leave this video here for now. It is, what day is it today? It's Thursday today, and I've just looked at what I'm working over the weekend, and I'm not going to probably have a chance to go until Monday. Monday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to Lakes Volvo, and we're going to try and see if we can find a bash bar, which I know for 100% fact we will. What I will show you is a test fit of the bumper properly. Now obviously the last time I put it on, it was on top of the old bumper, so it just looks a bit weird. Whereas now, you can actually slot it on properly and it looks pretty fucking sick, if I do say so myself. It should be sat obviously like that, but it's a lot lower because it's not actually held up. It still looks shit, doesn't it? That's how it will end up sitting. I think it looks pretty decent, to be fair. Obviously this all needs sanding down again. All this new filler that I've done today needs sanding down so it looks like that, but I don't think it looks half bad, you know. And then obviously we're just going to paint this gloss back, and then the bottom's going to be purple. I think it'll look sick. I rate it. I think it makes it look so much chavier, which is perfect. It's just a lot beefier. Although I have done a bad thing, and I may or may not have cracked that bit, but that's alright. It's not the end of the world, is it? So yeah, probably just gonna have to leave this video here, unfortunately. So it would be on if it wasn't for that bash bar being bent, which is really annoying, but at the same time it is an excuse to go down to Lakes Volvo, which I've been wanting to do for ages because it's such a cool place, and I think it will make for quite a cool video as well. I was fuming earlier, but I'm not that fuming now. Now I know that it's just a case of getting a new bar. I'm not that fuming. I thought it was going to be a case of drilling holes and God knows what. Be great. Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to wrapping the rest of the bumper, I'm not going to lie. These next few days, in the meantime, I'm probably just going to finish sanding the rest of that filler, repair what I've broken, and then just paint the top half black and then get the bottom half ready for a wrap. I really don't want to do the wrap. It's going to be horrible doing that, but it'll probably be like one of the last things that I do, to be fair, because I want to do that when I'm most comfortable. It's another video without an actual outcome, but it's another video nonetheless. I mean, on the bright side, I've now got a... Oh, didn't want that screw anyway. I've now got a plate that I can put in my room to remind me that I spent all my money on a piece of shit like this. So this is how she's now going to be sat for the rest of the weekend. Love that. not. I did say at the start that I wanted to use this channel to document the whole build of Vera and like almost to look back on in a way. Obviously that's what like this video is about, like it's just me pissing around and not actually doing anything of any use. I hope you enjoyed watching me take a bumper off, because that's literally all I've done. It is what it is. I promise, as soon as that bar gets done, that bumper will be going on the car and that will be done. And then we've got some nice shiny new plates to go on it as well. Well, thank you to Number Plate Clinic. They very kindly sent us out some new plates for this because the ones that were on it were disgusting. Apologies that I've still not got the fucking bumper on, but I'm just as annoyed as you are. See you soon. Ah, got the princess back where she belongs. And the ugly duckling looking ugly.